Hello then folks, welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, DoctorBenjyFM. The league table, very, very tight, and we're in the middle of it. Hello then folks, welcome back. I hope you find you very, very well. Now, look here, we've got all sorts going on. Some games have happened already today, but we are very much in the mix of league campaigning. After 9 games, we were actually top of the table, looking pretty good. But after a win from Sevilla and a draw against Atletico, we have slipped down to 3rd, but with a game in hand, can go back above them. And with Sociedad coming up first and then Real Madrid later, this league table could get very interesting. Real Madrid are in 8th right now with a plus 20 goal difference, best in the league. Won 6, lost 4, battered some teams, and then lost in games where they really probably shouldn't be losing. And I say we're in the middle of that. Philip Gabe Gabe has been the best player in the world consistently. He scored a 4 last time we saw him. He's got 10 in 8 now so far, looking pretty good. And we'll miss the first game through injury. So, that's the way we're living. But you can see since that game against Atletico Madrid, the game against Liverpool, luckily for all of us, wasn't as impressive. A 0-0 there. Getafe and Cadiz both beaten 5-0 and 2-1. Betis 0-0, bit frustrating before beating Tottenham in the Champions League. Beating Krasnodar as well, by the way. But this is where things got a little bit interesting. Lost our only game so far to Osasuna 2-1, and then a 2-0 victory over Barcelona, where we were by far the best side, and even Zeno getting in on the act, viewers. Exciting times. But yeah, this 2-1 defeat. I don't really know what happened. We just didn't. I don't know. We didn't score as many as they did, and that usually will prove to be an issue. So we go into today's game, not quite at full strength, as we're not going to risk Philip for this one, but Radu will start in goal, Vargas, Velez, Ribeiro, Sanchez at the back, Gutierrez and Dimitri will be in the centre with Zeno one side, Emdo the other, with Omar behind Jonas, who played last game for me and actually scored a couple of goals. So let's see if we can do the same thing again today. On loan from Tottenham, of course, not really started in the league, one start in the league, so I should say, and didn't score. So, positive signs, but 2 goals in the Champions League, so he's loving it. For a little bit of context, ourselves and Liverpool are crushing the Champions League group, it seems. Pretty routine. All right, 2 big games in the space of a few days. And as I say, first game, then Sociedad. Let's get into this. And actually, Roman is going to be on the bench instead of Pedro. This man is continuing to develop. I'm going to miss the best of him. That's what hurts me. Unless I move to PSG and buy him. Basically, move anywhere and buy him. Because I keep saying it, he's going to be one of the best players in the world. I'm certain of it. There we are then. There is the Sociedad side. Quite a few real people in this team still, which is interesting. Lafont plays in goal for them, and they've got Sanchez up front, who is, pretty good. They've still got the good left back. They have Santa Maria, very, very impressive. I mean, 142 million is his price. I won't be getting him. He's got a release fee of 142, and I like Sanchez, but he's very good. I would say he's one of the factors as to why Sociedad have remained so competitive in La Liga for this time. 1, because he's not been taken from them, and 2, with him, they're pretty good. All right, we're going to go back to a bit of 2D today. Go back to the roots, If we're switching things up all over the place, as these highlights are a little bit slower than they would be in 3D. So let's speed it up and see, can we do the business? If we can win both games today, well, obviously, we're a contender for the league, and this is very defining. Beating Barcelona recently, very impressive, but I thought these 2 games would be the defining games, really, and we can team them together. So whether we can do the business or not, I don't know. But I don't know. Without Gab, I feel a little bit. Or Gab. I don't know. I said Gabe. Everyone told me it was Gabe. Google said it was Gabe. But then people left comments going, it's not Gabe. So someone's lying, aren't they? And it could be Google Translate. They've wronged me in the past. Could wrong me again. All right, of course, last time you saw us against Atletico Madrid, we were at the peak of our powers. And whether we can continue that today, I don't know. I'm hoping that Gabe, I'm going to say Gabe, because that's how I was told by Google. Hopefully, sorry, just a little bit nervous there, viewers. Hopefully with him back against Real Madrid, we'll be in a slightly better position, as Gutierrez has got a little bit of an injury here. Hopefully it's not too bad. Lower leg injuries are never particularly good, though, as the corner played in, and, well, it's just about saved by Radu. You've got to say, it's become first choice in recent times, and is remaining so, as Zeno on that side runs into the best left back, maybe in the world. I know, yeah, really. And we know there's some good, we've had good left backs everywhere, but he's the top dog. I've got to say, we're at home here, but you can't really tell. We seem as if, at least by the highlights, to be the away side, and the home side, who look like the away side, go behind to the away side against the home side. Following? Good. Yeah, not ideal. Thing is, this goal here, I mean, would Shouten have let this happen? I mean, he's been nutmegged a little bit there. Flipping heck. All right, we started attacking. We'll come to balance and we'll demand a little bit more. But as half-time approaches, they could double the things here. And that would have got a bit more ugly. The weird thing is, if we lose today, we're still just very much in the conversation. I've just pressed the wrong button. So that's gone well. You wouldn't get that in real management, would you? I've accidentally substituted the wrong person. Or especially in regards to team talks, if you sort of stepped forward and went, right then, lads, and then accidentally sort of pushed your assistant forward and he started talking, that'd be horrendous. All right, Gutierrez struggling a little bit. Aquino's there to bring on, so is Akiza. I mean, I like bringing on Roman as well, but I'm going to... viewers. I think Aquino on and swapping him and Dimitri round might be the move for now. This is what I'm bringing on Akiza as well. I just like him. I wish we had Philip on the bench, but he couldn't be risked today. Wasn't really worth it. He could be out for a lot longer if he gets injured again. So... we can see from this midfield so far, we're not really playing very well. That appears to be the biggest issue that we've got, and maybe changing things around a little bit is the way to go. You look at where the space is that Sociedad here. They're playing. They've obviously got two players either side that are just managing to control the game, and then they're just having pivots in the centre, doing everything. But because they've got these wide options at all times, you can see just how wide they're playing in possession. We're very isolated, which means pressing is a lot harder for us. And with that in mind, right, we're not pressing enough. Could maybe be the issue. So let's maybe switch that up then. Look for the overlap quite so much. Let's not work it into the box quite so much. Let's play with a bit more speed. I feel like they're getting a lot of time on the ball to do sort of whatever they want. And because we're not counter-pressing ordinarily against most sides, that is giving them more and more time to do what they want. And in these bigger games, I think maybe upping the tempo now on sort of 55 might be the ticket. Of course, that will take place after this highlight. So we could be 2-0 down by the time it happens. We are 2-0 down. We've reacted too late to this. Because players will, obviously counter-pressing and pressing. Counter-pressing very much after you've lost the ball. But pressing generally is usually pretty good. I think if we can do it with a bit more speed, a little bit more alertness, then we'll be better for it. But we're 2-0 down and it's got to happen soon, hasn't it? I mean, Mdal's having a quiet game and I love this man. So he's coming on now, straight away. Winger attack, come on. Now, I've got to say, without Gabe, we are... and this is kind of obvious today, we are quite an average side. So, I think being sort of 5th, 6th again this season without him is pretty likely. I think with him, you can see who's top right now. Sevilla up there, Mallorca are in there. And weirdly, if you'd have told me after 10 games I'd be ahead of Barcelona and Real Madrid, I'd have taken that. I wouldn't have taken it under these circumstances, but this is very, very close. And I'll tell you what, do you think Barcelona and Real Madrid still think they can win the league? I'd imagine so. Disappointing. This has gone very similar, actually, to the Osasuna game. So, well done us. And I know there'll be comments about how we've played this, but I genuinely think, and this might be a bit of a cop-out here, that without our main man up front, this is going to happen more often than not. Sociedad are a good side, managed by Pep Guardiola, and we weren't ready for them. All right, we can play slightly more reserved, though, against Real Madrid coming up, and that might stand us in good stead. Gav's going to come in regardless. Don't think I saw Jonas touch the ball in that game. So Madrid coming up in a couple of days. We'll see you for it. Let's get these boys rested. Now, I've got to bear in mind that Real Madrid are, I think the phrase would be, free scoring viewers. So we're going to try and stop that by playing, I think, cautiously. And it says there, weirdly, playing cautiously would be more suitable for this. And I would agree. As I was saying, it told me you should probably play cautiously. All right, so one of the big games going on the Tuesday night, Barcelona play as Vallecano beat Betis and Barcelona beat Getafe. So straight away, look, just with that one win, Barcelona got up to second. Madrid, if they win today, they go into 21 points. We stay on 20. But if we win, we go top as things stand. I mean, there'll probably be some other games on the Wednesday, actually, so I guess that might not be the case. I guess the point I'm continuing to make, viewers, is that it is very, very tight at the top of La Liga right now. I thought I'd left this behind. Well, okay, I thought, Germany, that was the place where that happened. Loads of games going on, by the way, most of which happening before we play. This is what I mean. It's Osasuna, who beat us. And now we've lost 2 games this season, but who beat us have just lost to Sporting Gijon. What's happening? Atletico Madrid win their game, and of course some others going on. Sevilla and Mallorca, 2 of the top 8, as it is now, are playing off as, us against Madrid, definitely the highlight of the day. Playing at 10 o'clock at night here, viewers. Good flipping heck. All right, look, he's not fully fit, really, but the injury that he had, pulled calf muscle, I'm going to risk him. I am going to risk him. He's got an increased chance, but not a high chance of injury, so... let's gamble a little bit. Bogdanovic is going to come onto the bench for us as well, I think, ahead of Brian. And, Yeah, let's see. I'm actually going to start Akiza as well instead of Biaz. I think I just prefer the way he plays. He had a little knock a couple of games ago, so we didn't feature him quite so much as Gutierrez. Struggling a little bit, but we're going to gamble early. We've got Aquino on the bench if we need to switch things up. There is the Real Madrid side that have been very, very potent in their finishing. I will note, though, no Moise Kean today. Is he injured? I guess he is. Moise Kean, yeah, a little bit of a knock, and they're not risking him in this one, whereas we are taking a risk. God, I just looked at the Madrid team. You realise how good they are compared to us? That is scary. All right, playing more cautiously, playing slightly safer. Will that be the ticket in this game? As Madrid have got a very early chance. And there's two ways of looking at this. There's attacking them and playing them in their own game a little bit. And there's playing cautiously and, again, being that little safer, but at the same time worrying that if you give them too much room to do exactly what they want, they will do exactly what they want. And that is the fear, I guess, playing a team like this as they're darting in towards goal. Right, this is now getting uncomfortable. I started the match day of last match, top of the league. We could be sixth within 2 matches, and this was a bit of the fear. And this is why I don't necessarily think, I mean, it's early to say we're 5 minutes into the game. This is why I don't necessarily think this is the year. I still think we are 2, maybe 3 players away from contending for a title. And until we get those players, or, as people keep pointing out, move on, this is always going to happen. But look, piece of individual brilliance. We're not out of this yet. Maybe calls for shouting. How loud will those calls be? I suspect very loud. Sanchez does well. Mdal, as he tries to nick it off him, can't quite do it. And what a ball that is. Rodrigo again, forward into the penalty area, beats Vargas, who fouls in, viewers. And I actually think this is quite an important episode for you to see, that we are not yet the powerhouse. I mean, we beat Barcelona, so I feel a little bit sick. But we're not yet the powerhouse that I was hoping we maybe would be this season, as, maybe Gab's not quite enough. Gabe, as that penalty there, he couldn't be more precise, could he? Oh, it's one of those episodes. It's annoying, because I can feel that we're just getting beat by better teams, which is far more annoying, to be honest, viewers, as they're in again. I don't know. It's the first time when we beat Barca, we were the better team against them and deserved to beat them, whereas today, I mean, there's a long way to go, and I shouldn't be so negative, but you're very negative, Ben. If I was in the comments section, I'd be fuming. Let's demand a little bit more. Let's see if this game is truly over, and is there anything we can do to try and spice things up? We've got a long throw, played in, straight to the keeper. That probably isn't it then. A goal before half-time, though, and we give ourselves a little chance. Zemdal racing forward with it. We've not really seen any of our attacking players do anything so far today, as Zeno comes across to the left-hand side, finds Sanchez, who plays a ball across that's not great. Velez will pick up the loose ball, though, and with not long left to go in the first half, we need to find... viewers, panic, someone panic, as Salcido racing forward, dribbling past players at will, and shoots just wise. Sevilla, though, the side that are taking control here, they're very much just like a top 7 right now. But it looks quite nice. It looks nice because Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid are all separated by other people. As Gabe's in on goal, he needs to score that, doesn't he? Let's face it. I say all of this. Is it a top 8 with Mallorca in there? Who knows? We go close from the corner. But this has been Madrid's half. We've had more of the ball, though, which I guess I'm quite pleased with. Aggressively say, we owe Madrid after last time. One player cares. Sanchez is like, yeah, we do. Damn right we do. Everyone else is going, do we? Do we, though? What have they really done? I mean, in the scale of life, what have they really done? But is at football, I think we should relax. That's maybe the problem, viewers. All right, we've got players out there looking anxious, looking worried. I mean, I can't have Ribeiro looking like... Right, Shelton on and Roman on. Me, boss! Yes, you, Shelton. Come on, win this game for me, Shelton. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. Quiet today, I felt like. That was a bit subdued from him. Madrid free kick. Ball whipped in, and is that counting? It's getting embarrassing now. There's a press conference after this. I'm not looking forward to it. I think I needed the reality check because I felt like at the start of the season we had the best striker in the world, and while that might be true, we aren't going to win the league just with that. Salcido racing forwards, and it could be we've done another foul. Who is that this time? Shelton. Right. I mean, brilliant. The referee's going to go and check it. I already know the outcome because why would he be asked to check it? He obviously didn't give it because he was so far away, and now he's been told, just go check it. So he's going, I must have made a mistake then. Oh, yeah, it probably is a penalty then. He gives a penalty, viewers. He's coming over now to have a word with Shelton. Oh, God. Shelton's going to be looking nervous. Boss! He called him over. He booked him. So, I mean, that's that, really. As they step up, he's going to score 4 here. Yep, he's going to score 4. Flipping heck. I mean, last time we met, viewers, our striker scored 4. This might be the first time this has ever happened. But in the next episode... we've conceded 4. Great. Far from pleasing. As half an hour to go. I don't really know, viewers. Biaz on. I'm just gonna do something wild, viewers. Why not? Let's put all of them forward. Come on. Let's just put Dimitri. Sit him in there. Deep line forward on defend. Just deep line forward, deep line playmaker on defend. Let's just surprise them. Sort of. See, here we are. Look. Now we're ready. Go attacking. Let's see if they can handle us now. Every single goal he scored has had number 5 in it. Just trivia. It's just a quiz at this point. Not even a quiz, just fact. I'm like an encyclopedia, although I didn't come up with any of the details inside it. I'll be honest, viewers, I've played 4 attacking players with a striker for the last half an hour. I probably should have taken Gab off as well, Gabe off. I've done that about 4 times. And despite all of it, we've just not conceded. So maybe I should have started like this. Alternatively, viewers, and I think this is what's probably happened, I think Real Madrid have stopped trying. So that's good. Honestly, if this is the first episode you'd ever seen of this Valencia team, you wouldn't know that they trained together or played together ever before. It is so weird. Oh, Velez has fouled him now. I mean, this is turned into a Spanish football match. We've given away 2 penalties and we're just fouling them whenever we want. And there we are then. Real Madrid 4, Valencia 0. Humbled. I think that's the phrase. Humbled. It's like they've seen me get a bit cocky. And Real Madrid have elbowed a couple of their mates. They've gone, oh, watch this. And then just slapped me 4-0, which is not great. But there we are. Yeah, that's football, isn't it? Sometimes this happens. You look at the way the fixtures are lined up. I mean, that is disappointing. Not even scored. Not even looked like scoring. I think we rocket ourselves into the future again and go towards the Barcelona Betis games maybe. In January, of course, we can maybe discuss any potential transfers. You look at the money we've got, 23 million. Will it be enough to do something? Maybe. 84 in the balance as well. They might give us a little bit more. Can I ask for more? We need more. No. Hang on, maybe. No, I can't. And who knows, at that point, maybe Zeno will be on his way out as well. But yeah, we finished that. I started in first when I started getting ready to record today, and now I'm 7th. How times change. I was worried this would happen. If you enjoyed the video though, please do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, make sure you subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow where we need to go to the drawing board and yeah, either remove what was already there or just start drawing pictures.